You guys, Cadillac just doesn't miss because here is their all new 2026 Cadillac Lyriq V Premium. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Applewood Cadillac for allowing me to review this beautiful V-Series. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the V-Series because there's only two available, the safety features that you get with this premium model, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. All right, so since this is brand new and all new for Cadillac to throw a V badge on an EV, it's actually the first EV to earn the V-Series badge. Not only that, this is also the quickest Cadillac ever, and as I walk around the vehicle, you will notice the lowered suspension and also the lower fascia. Now, like I was mentioning, there's only two V-Series models available, and that will be just the V-Series or this one, which is the V-Series Premium. As for these safety features, you actually get quite a lot of safety features with this. So you're gonna get things like the enhanced automatic emergency braking, the intersection automatic emergency braking, the reverse automatic braking, rear cross traffic braking, enhanced automatic parking assist, forward collision alert, rear pedestrian alert, front pedestrian and bicyclist braking, side bicyclist alert, blind zone steering assist, HD surround vision. You've also got the interior movement sensor and the inclination sensor. So a ton of safety features packed into this V-Series. And since this is a full EV, this does have a 102 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is going to be producing 615 horsepower and 650 pound-foot of torque. In terms of the range with this, on a full charge, you're expected to get about 459 kilometers. All right, let's jump into the front because there's a bunch of stuff going on here which I love about the new Cadillac EVs. And you'll notice the front is kind of similar to like the other EV models that Cadillac offers. So down here, you have this like lower lip area. It's all gloss black, which I love. And now something very, very small. Under the license plate here, you'll notice like this little cut in the middle. So it makes it seem like two separate pieces joined together, but it's actually just one piece. There's also like this lower grille area, and then of course your front safety sensors that run across. And then you get into what typically would be your grille area. I love this because this thing has lights everywhere. Like look at all of the nice little details on this. You've got like these wings on the side, super unique. You've got the lit up Cadillac logo and then a front facing camera. And then up here, this trim piece, it's very unique because you have like this black chrome touch on it, which definitely stands out in this color that the car is in. And the lights that you see right here, these are actually your turn signals. I'm going to show you the light animation in just a second, but then you get into your main headlights. Like these just look so nice. I love this bar and the little bits and pieces inside. Even inside here, to match the part up here, you have kind of like this black chrome going on. And then of course the gloss black bits and pieces. And if I take a step back, look at how beautiful this looks. And now let me show you the light animations when you lock and unlock the vehicle. All right, so let me show you when you unlock the vehicle. So if I just press unlock, you can see the turn signals go off, and then you're gonna have everything that comes up, the lit up grille, the lights, everything just comes into place. Super unique on this. I love the animations on this. All right, since there's no engine in this, let's pop up the hood, or the frunk will typically be on an EV, and let's take a look at what they give you with the Lyriq. So in here, everything is covered, which I love, but you do not get any cargo space or anything like that, even if it was like some small area. But I do love that everything is covered because some vehicles you have, they are uncovered. You see all of the components and all that stuff, but I think this just looks way cleaner. If like even on here, you have the Cadillac badge and like this carbon fiber trimming on here, which adds a nice little touch. All right, coming to the side of the Lyriq V, you've got the typical Lyriq shape on this, which obviously looks very good. And then if you notice on top here, you do have your full glass roof, which is pretty good. And especially inside, you notice it a lot, obviously. And then you also notice the whole top half of the car is gloss black. So like the pillars and everything, and even around the windows, you have gloss black, even down here, which I love. It's not your typical rubber or plastic. And then here you have your keyless lock and lock area. And then as for the door handles, these are body color. You've also got the lights inside here. And once the vehicle is unlocked, they do pop out like this, but when it is locked, they do go in and sit flush against the body. As for these side mirrors, these are also in gloss black up here, and then underneath you've got the body color. You've also got the turn signal built in, and then these side mirror cameras. This has cameras all around, so I'm going to show you that inside on the touchscreen. Over on the fender is where you will find your charging port. Here you have your Cadillac logo, so if I just press this, this is going to open up just like that, and here is all of your charging stuff. You can just pull this out just like that. And then you just press this button right here and it goes back into place. Even along the bottom or the sides of the vehicle, you have the black chrome trimming with the gloss black, and then even down at the bottom. And small things like this, especially down here, like the side skirt area, is what makes this thing look so aggressive, on top of this being lowered. And at the back here, you'll have your V-Series badge. As for the wheels, these are just super clean. I love how these look. These are your 22-inch wheels, and you've got this satin graphite finish on this with the laser etched V-Series emblem. If you notice, all the way down here adds a nice little touch. Also, you've got Brembo brakes on this to obviously stop that much horsepower. And if I do take a step back, you can see with this thing lowered, with the 22 inches, it just looks phenomenal. And also up front here, you do have your marker light. All right, coming around to the rear of the Lyriq V here. Again, you have the typical Lyriq look, but man, this thing just looks very aggressive. So let's start off at the bottom here. You've got a ton of gloss black down here, and I just love like this rear diffuser look on this. Even if you look closely here, you have like this squared patterning going on, which is pretty unique and it stands out. You got the rear reflectors, you got the reverse lights, of course, on both of the sides. There's also the rear safety sensors that run across. Even up here, you have the gloss black trimming, and then you get into your tailgate area. So on here, you're gonna have the Lyriq badging, the Cadillac badging as well. And if you press this, this is how you open up the tailgate, and then another V-Series badge. Now you'll notice there's lights here, lights there. There's lights all around this vehicle. I really like what they did with this here. Looks super unique. You got more gloss black, and then like the black chrome trimming that goes around it. And then you move up here as well, which it stretches from the side all the way to the rear here. And then it kind of breaks up into pieces, which is very unique. And all of this flows into your digital rear view mirror camera. And then obviously down here is your rear camera. Also, if you look from the side, you kind of have like this spoiler here, which is pretty neat. And I just love how it slopes down. It gives it a little bit more of that aggressive look. Also, up here is more of the gloss black. Like I was mentioning, the whole top is gloss black on this. You've got your brake light, which is right in the center. But yeah, that's what the rear looks like. Very aggressive, just like the front. I think overall, all around, this car just looks aggressive. All right, let's check out the space back here. So I'm just gonna press this. It is gonna be power opening, of course. So back here, this is a 2-row SUV. Look at all the space that you have. A ton of room back here for all of your things, road trips, whatever it is, you have a ton of room. And also, I like how it extends on both of the sides, so you get a little bit more cargo space if you want to just tuck things away in the corners. And if we lift up the carpet area, you have your sub trunk for maybe like little small grocery bags, charging cables and whatnot. Not only that, if I lift it even more, you have a little bit more space at the back there. So a ton of room underneath and up top. You've also got your privacy cover. And then even here, your protectors, you have this nice chrome material, which also says Cadillac and these nice lines. So that's a nice little touch as well. And back here, you'll have your 12-volt socket and then your power controls for the rear seats. I love having this on any vehicle because look, if I just press the left down, down it goes. These are only power folding down. You can't bring them back up, so that's the only downside. But hey, at least you have the option of power folding them down from back here. All right, let's head inside and take a look at what the V-Series has to offer. So as you can see, it's an all black interior, but there is bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you have some space if you want to use it as like a trash area or typically your water bottle area. You've got a speaker right here, and then up here as well. This does have the 23 speaker AKG sound system. How amazing is that? And I love how this speaker area kind of just comes all the way here. And then up here you have the soft touch material with the white contrast stitching. More soft touch material here. Even the piping, which is a nice touch, they could have just left it all like plain. Even up here is soft touch material. More of the chrome trimming, and then you have this beautiful wood trimming that goes into this area here. As you can see, all these bits and pieces, this is your ambient lighting that this has. How cool is the designing on this? And then of course you just have all of your lock controls, window controls, and then your door handle right here. Now something unique about this is typically when you would open your door, you would just lift it like that and the door opens up obviously. But let's say the battery dies or there's no power to the vehicle. To manually open this, you lift it all the way up just like that. All right, now let's check out the seats. This is all black interior. However, I love the details on this. Just look at how nice everything is on this. You've got the perforated middle sections, perforated rear sections, all of the nice detail stitching, kind of like the diamond pattern, and then even more of the white contrast stitching, the white piping. All of this tied together just looks very stunning. And the rear outside seats do come heated, which is a plus. And then in the center here, if you go ahead and pull this down, you do have your rear cup holders. Now I'm going to quickly jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom that you get with this. All right, as I'm inside, you can see the legroom is tremendous on this. Even though I think this seat can be moved more up, or even if they move it back, I am still fine with all of the legroom. And in terms of the headroom, even though I'm wearing a hat, you can see like all of this space that I have. I'm not like tied in or like squished or anything like that. It's very open back here. And since this has the 23 speaker sound system, you're gonna have it there, you're gonna have it up here, and back here. So there's speakers everywhere in this. And of course, here is what your roof looks like. Full glass, very beautiful. Now behind the driver and passenger seats, these are designed pretty uniquely. Like if you see this section here, very unique. You've got like the soft touch material here. And then this middle is like not hard, but it's also soft at the same time. And then the contrast stitching. Down here, you've also got the storage pockets, which are on both of the sides. Now entering inside on your rear console area, you have all of your heating and cooling temperature controls. And then here is your heated seat controls for both of the sides. You've got the nice venting here. And then down here, you got USB ports, and then you have this outlet. And not only that, if you look very closely, you've got this nice Cadillac engraved into this beautiful, almost like this brushed aluminum trimming. All right, let's check out the front on this and see what we have different from the rear. So there's not a whole lot of a difference. However, you do have like this bigger area, but you still get the cup holder or the water bottle spot. But then you have this storage area down in here, which goes pretty deep inside, pretty much, I think, up to here behind it. You've also got your trunk release button right here. You've got the same speakers. However, up here, it actually says AKG, and then everything else is identical. And then, of course, your typical window controls, side mirror controls. You've got all of your heating and cooling seat controls, the memory seat controls for the driver, all of the power adjustments, and this also has massage seats for both of the front seats. If you just press this for the driver's side, and the passenger has theirs as well. Let's check out the front seats and see if there's anything different. It's identical in terms of the perforated sections, the piping, the stitching, and kind of like the diamond pattern stitching on the back and the bottom here. However, up here, you've also got this V-Series badge, which is stitched in to just the driver's side. So you do get that difference. And then of course, the front headrests have to have speakers on both of them. Why not? Because it just makes your experience that much better. And then down here, you have this beautiful door sill piece that does light up, and obviously you have another V-Series badge. You even get a V-Series badge on the front mats. And then down here, you've got these premium looking foot pedals. Here's the hood latch release for the front. And then if you move up here, you have a few things here. So you've got the electronic parking brake, you got the lane keep, auto hold, and then the cluster dimmers. And then I like how sleek and thin the venting is. And then you have like this aluminum trimming that kind of covers everything. And this will extend all the way till there. So I'll show you that as well. And you also have this Easter egg on the side. All right, so when you enter inside and close the door, you do get this beautiful animation, as you can see on the display here, this nice Cadillac badge. How cool is that? And then obviously if I put my foot on the brake, the vehicle is going to start up automatically. And let's say you were in drive and you put it into park, and then you just open up the door, everything just shuts off, and then you have this cool graphic on the background as well. All right, now as you enter inside, your whole dashboard is in like this soft touch hard material. You've got the speaker there in the corner, you've got a speaker there in the center, and then in that corner as well. Up here on the passenger side, you've also got this unique looking grab handle. And this has my favorite thing. Once I do turn on the vehicle, you do have the heads up display, which is always my favorite thing to have on any vehicle. And then you get into your cluster area. Not only that, but this is one massive piece. This is a 33-inch curved LED display. How amazing is that? This thing is massive. So on your cluster area, you can obviously see quite a few things about the vehicle. You've even got controls on the side here. So these are all of your headlight controls that you can kind of go into and control, because there's no physical control here. It's all through here or through the touchscreen. Also, if I just press this button right here, you can go through your trip information and then also your layout. If I click into that, I have all of these to choose from. So on your gauge, this is what it looks like. If I just press the energy, it's gonna change it to whatever energy information that you need. There's also the map section on this, so you get a full map view. This does have Google Maps built in, which I think is phenomenal. You've also got the assist section, so you got kind of more of your driver assistance stuff. And then also, if you just go to clean, gives you a nice minimalistic look. And not only that, if I just press the arrow here next to gauges, you have two different options here. You've got the tour section and then also your sport section, so that changes the display as well. So a lot of customization in terms of the cluster area that you can kind of play around with. As for the steering wheel, you get this nice aggressive looking steering wheel with the soft touch material. You've got this up here, which is for your Super Cruise, and then this little guy back here, which is again a part of the Super Cruise. This is a sensor, so if you are drowsy or tired, this detects it. And then on the steering wheel down here, you've got the gloss black, the aluminum's going on. I love all of these lines. You've got a Cadillac badge here, but not here. Instead, you get this beautiful V-Series badge. And I like how everything is set up, because if you look on both the sides here, you've got like this opening on both the sides, which again adds to the aggressive look of the steering wheel. And on the left side here, you have your follow distance control, all of your cruise control settings. You've got your Super Cruise button here, heated steering wheel controls, and more of the cruise control stuff. And then you have the V control here. Okay, like I was mentioning, when you do press the V here to unleash the full potential of the car. So if I just press it once, right, it's just gonna give me that little V here. If I just press and hold it, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it just like transforms or gives you that crazy sound inside that you're about to like take off in a spaceship or something. And then on the other side, you have a few more controls. You've got the volume control, you've got your music, phone controls right here, Bluetooth, and then your seat controls. Also, you'll notice behind the steering wheel, you have a regen pedal, which is right there. And then behind the steering wheel, you have your wiper controls, your high beams, indicators, and then also right here, you have your rear camera washer. And then on the other side, you've got your drive controls. All right, now on the center armrest area here, you've got the hard, soft material with more of the white contrast stitching. Now, opening this up, there's no button or anything. You just lift it up just like that. You've got some decent space in here, and then you have another 12-volt socket and then a USB port. And then right here, on the center console area is your wireless charging area for your phone, and then you have a USB port in a very unique spot. You got a ton of gloss black here with a bunch of controls. So you've got your rotary dial here for your touchscreen. You've got all these nice details like the Cadillac badge, all the details inside, the bezeling, very, very cool. You've got more controls here, and then your volume control here. Even this, very nicely done. And then here you have like this wood trimming around your front cup holders, and even the cup holder bezeling has the beautiful detailing. And I just want to show you this because you kind of have like a floating center console area, since this does have a ton of room down here. And if you look closely, right down there, you've got more of like this brushed aluminum trimming. that also says Cadillac, and then you have another USB port over there. So a ton of room, even underneath the center console. And then you have this thing right here. So if I just press this, it's gonna pop open and you have even more space. So you can put your phone in there, wallet or whatever, and just tuck it away. And then you move into all of these controls. These are your heating and cooling temperature controls. So you got them nicely lined up here. More of the nice thin venting. And then you just get into this beautiful, beautiful touchscreen. I love everything that's laid out on this. And not only do you have your first page full of things, but a second page as well. So let's go to the first page. And just a side note, all of these things down here, you'll notice them on the main screen that I'm going to touch on, even the stuff down here. So the first thing here is vehicle status. You get the nice Cadillac animation. Here you have quite a few things. First off, you've got this vehicle here, or your vehicle here, and all of these plus symbols. So if I just press this, it's gonna tell me the tire pressure. Whatever plus sign that you touch or press, it is gonna tell you different bits and pieces of the vehicle. Now over here, you've got your tire pressure, which you can see obviously. You've also got the energy info on this. So it's showing you where the energy is being used, how it's being used. If I go back, the air quality, it also tells you that. So right now it's good, obviously, so that's kind of neat. There's also the performance section. So all of your outputs, battery temp, G-forces, all that good stuff is displayed through here. You've got the different drive modes in this. So you've got Tour, you've got Sport, you've got Snow and Ice, you've got My Mode, and then of course, if you want to go crazy, you've got V Mode. I do like how each of these different modes, whatever you press, the little animation at the back changes. And then obviously all of your different vehicle components change accordingly. And you'll notice if, let's say you don't know what something means here, if you just press the little eye icon, this tells you what this is for. And you have this little pedal thing looking guy here, and then if I just set level, this is your regen brake. I do love how Cadillac offers one pedal driving. Not only that, but you can set it to high, normal, or just completely turn it off. You guys, I have to show you something pretty cool on this. So when I do turn on the V mode and I turn on the V max mode, obviously, now there's something pretty cool on this. You got the motor sound. So if I'm in V, let me show you, or kind of give you an idea of what this sounds like. So as I'm pressing the pedal slowly and increasing like how much I press it, the volume gets louder and aggressive. So I'm gonna try putting my mic on the speaker here and show you. So I don't know if you heard that through the speaker there, or the mic picked it up, but that's pretty cool that it kind of emulates like this performance sound as you're pressing the pedal. So there's a bunch of different sounds obviously that this makes as an EV. Even when you're in V max mode and you're punching the throttle, it'll give you a sound inside as well. And then you've got the My Cadillac once you do have your account set up. You've got Google Assistant, Play Store. Now you have charging right here. So on this, if I plug in the vehicle as of right now, it's gonna start charging immediately. So as you can see, the charge is set to 100, so approximate 459 kilometers of range. You can adjust it however you want. It'll obviously just give you less range. Now, let's say I wanna take this thing home and plug it in, but I don't wanna charge until the electricity rates are lower in the evening or late at night. I just go to charge later, and I can set the exact time to when it can just automatically start charging. You've also got this map looking thing here. So this is once you are signed into your Cadillac account, it'll show you and find you the nearest charging stations. And then the little map or the calendar is again for your schedule. And then you've got your settings right here. So all of the stuff that you can kind of go through. And then once you do have it connected, you have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and then the cameras. So there's a bunch of cameras on this vehicle, as I was mentioning. Let me show you the front first and kind of show you how that looks like. So here's the front view camera, and then the bird's eye view you have here. You have three different sections. So you have standard, which I've just shown you right now. You've also got the overhead, so it's going to show you the top front of the vehicle. And then of course the side cameras facing the front. And then it's the same thing for the rear. You've got the standard view, you have the overhead view, and then the side camera view. And then also you have the hitch camera as well. And then of course under your settings, you can turn the guidelines on, off, however you want. But yeah, that's pretty neat that you get a bunch of different angles on this. And then lastly, on the first page, you got settings. So you have a bunch more settings that you can play around with, customize to your liking. And then you have your second page. So here is your ambient lighting in this. So you have a bunch of different things to pick from. You've got customizations, brightness, styles, modes, a whole plethora of options that you can customize this and make it look amazing at nighttime. Next, you've got the auto park assist, which is I think a brilliant option on any vehicle. And then you've got the climate section. Now, you can control the front and rear climate from here, or you can also do it from down here. Now this is mainly for the front here, but you can do the rear through the touchscreen. And then you've got your Wi-Fi hotspot. You've also got the audio section, which is going to be your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, and news. And then you've also got the map section that you can view obviously on this side and in the cluster area like I was showing you. So let's head back. You've also got the phone section once you do have your phone paired. Now under controls, here are a few more things that you can kind of go through. Some of them are repetitive to whatever I just went over. If I go under see more controls and I go under lights, here's all of your interior lights, auto high beams, and you can also control the headlights like I was mentioning through the touchscreen. And then lastly, you've just got the news section. All right, now let me show you the massage feature. If I just twist this, it brings up a menu. So I can go through all of this. I can adjust the back, the cushion, change the selection, all of that good stuff just by rotating all through here. So it tells you exactly what to do and what to adjust. So I love that. And here is the passenger side one as well. All right, now up top, you've got your rear view mirror. Not only that, but if I just do that, it is a digital rear view mirror. Now up top here, you've got your interior sensor. You've got your sunroof controls, interior lights, OnStar, SOS, hazards, all of that good stuff. Now here is the key fob for this V-Series. You just got the Cadillac badge on the back, just your typical Cadillac key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side here and take a look at what we have. So here's another look of that nice floating center console area with a ton of space underneath. More of the nice, sleek, thin venting. You've got more Easter eggs on this side. And you'll notice there's no latch or anything to open up the glove compartment area. And that's because it's all done through the touchscreen here. So you'll notice this little button right here. If I just press that, it unlocks your glove compartment. And here is the window sticker for this Lyriq V. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars, and this may be minus any discounts if they're available. Well, that does it for Cadillac's all-new vehicle, the 2026 Cadillac Lyriq V Premium. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think it's worth buying this, or should you just buy a different EV?